And Nike just dropped Caitlin Clark official logo. Bro, I thought it was over for today. Caitlin Clark just gifted her entire team her signature merch. But it wasn't just the team. Well, yesterday, Caitlin Clark got her logo. Caitlin Clark got her logo. Caitlin Clark's signature CC logo. Finally, Nike has unveiled the signature CC logo, which features Caitlin Clark, of course, her name, the new Caitlin Clark. Nike's signature logo has been released along with a video unveiling said logo. Caitlin says, "To me, this is more than a logo. It's a dream come true." Just moments ago, Nike shocked the sports world unveiling Caitlin Clark's first signature logo and shoe. The announcement left fans celebrating and rivals like A'ja Wilson in tears. "To me, this is more than just a logo. It's a dream come true. People always talk about leaving your mark on the game, and this is another way I can do that." Yesterday, Caitlin Clark got her logo. Caitlin Clark got her logo, and now the Indiana Fever, they actually did post about it. So people were losing their minds saying the Fever don't respect Caitlin Clark and all this crap, but at the end of the day, the Indiana Fever obviously are posting about Caitlin Clark. So every people were losing their damn minds saying, "Oh, Caitlin Clark, the Indiana Fever don't respect Caitlin Clark and all this crap happen." I'm like, people are losing their damn minds because you can see right here that in the entire Gamebridge is now a Caitlin Clark thing. There's no whole Caitlin Clark thing outside of Gamebridge. Nike just dropped Caitlin Clark official logo. I thought it was over for today. No more news for the rest of the day. But Caitlin Clark made it her business to repost Nike dropping her logo. Now we all know this is long overdue. She should have had this logo done. Kayla Clark made it her business to repost Nike dropping her logo. Now, we all know this is long overdue, bro. Long overdue. She should have had this logo done. She should have had all her Nike stuff done and over with. But whatever the case may be, they made it their business to get it done today. Nike announced their Caitlin Clark logo. We still don't have really any idea of the shoes or anything else, but they finally got the Caitlin Clark logo. And that logo was totally under wraps until yesterday, and all of a sudden, it just dropped everywhere. Nike announced their Caitlin Clark logo. We still don't have really any idea of the shoes or anything else, but they've had her signed for since she came out of college. Basically, she wore the Kobe's at Iowa the whole time, and she's been wearing Kobe's in the NBA. She's kind of one of the faces of the Kobe line, and they've said they were going to give her her own shoe, and then they came out with the A'ja Wilson before this season. That's kind of been their main thrust in the WNBA. Caitlin Clark just gifted her entire team her signature merch. But it wasn't just the team. Every fan that shows up to Gamebridge tonight will get the first release of Caitlin Clark's signature merchandise from Nike. Caitlin Clark just gifted her entire team her signature merch. But it wasn't just the team. Every fan that shows up to Gamebridge tonight will get the first release of Caitlin Clark's signature merchandise from Nike. Guys, for this one here, we gotta go all the way up to Indy. Nike finally decides to get into the Caitlin Clark business as they have officially revealed Caitlin Clark's signature CC logo merchandise coming as soon as October 1st. And there is an Easter egg in the commercial dropped by Nike that could give us an idea when her signature shoes will be released. Caitlin Clark's signature CC logo merchandise coming as soon as October 1st. And there is an Easter egg in the commercial dropped by Nike that could give us an idea when her signature shoes will be released. But before the new Caitlin Clark Nike signature logo has been released along with a video unveiling said logo. At first I was unsure about it, but the more I looked at it, I started to like it. I even went to order a t-shirt, but it's already on pre-order. That's how much buzz this new logo has created right from the start. They dropping some merch too. Now you can pre-order Caitlin Clark signature t-shirts. Man, Nike wasted no time in getting the ball rolling for the Caitlin Clark brand. Now, I've been pretty vocal about this. I believe they're turning Caitlin Clark brand into a luxury athletic brand. All it took was for Caitlin Clark to take to social media to make the announcement, and fans went into a frenzy. The vibes picked up immediately with her unveiling the CC logo, which is set to lead into her signature line coming in 2026. T-shirts are about to drop, and they're already generating excitement among fans everywhere. I went to order a t-shirt, and I can't get one. We're on that pre-order action, I guess. So, yay. Let's just take a look in some of the reaction, and I'm gonna call the Indiana Fever out too because, of course, they didn't share a damn thing about this. It's crazy. So right here, this is a comparison. This is the logo. The two CCs intertwined together. Nike releases CC, the new Caitlin Clark global icon logo, showing that they're prepared to pursue the billion-dollar revenue she can bring. The logo carries an international presence, instantly recognizable and powerful. This step proves that Caitlin Clark has now become not just a WNBA star, but a true global sports icon. That's right, Nike releases CC, the new Caitlin Clark global icon logo. The CC, as it unveiled, and Nike showed us, it showed us that they are prepared to pursue the billion-dollar revenue that Caitlin Clark is going to bring to Nike. This is interesting because when I looked at it, it had an international presence. The CC, and you look at it, are we talking about Coach? Are we talking about Louis Vuitton? Are we talking about Gucci? According to Nike, Caitlin's signature logo pulls you in like her game, featuring interlocking Cs to symbolize her range on the court. They're celebrating her logo debut with special merchandise. And while it looks simple, fans are already debating its deeper meaning. Nike's statement shows this isn't just branding, it's a connection to her fans around the globe. Celebrate her logo debut with this soft cotton logo tee. And you know what's interesting about this design? It does look like they are interlocked, but if you kind of like squint your eyes, it also kind of looks like a very dimensional 1C in front of the other one. I don't know if that's just me. According to Nike, the shirt is available, but it's not available just yet, but you can be notified for when it does go on sale. With the unveiling of Caitlin Clark's new logo as Nike's newest signature athlete, everywhere you look, fans are admiring the interlocking Cs alongside the iconic Nike swoosh. They know it's just a taste of what's coming when her signature shoe and clothing line drops next year. Excitement is sky high with fans already saving up for the release. Caitlin Clark's new logo as Nike's newest signature athlete. Everywhere you look, you see the interlocking Cs, iconic Nike swoosh in the words, "Caitlin was here." It's just a taste of what's to come when her first signature Nike shoe and clothing collection drops next year. At the end of the day, it seems like she's taken over Cambridge. There's a park in Indiana right outside Cambridge, and the party's open to the public starting 4:00 p.m. If I was in Indiana, I'd be here. Honestly, I probably would have moved to Indiana just due to the proximity to all of this. At the end of the day, it seems like she's freaking taken over Cambridge. This a random part. Well, this is a park in Indiana, or is this outside game? I've actually, okay. Jerry Morris by Sentinel Plaza. The party is open to the public starting 4:00 p.m. Man, you better believe if I was in Indiana, I'd be here. I'd be doing that. I kid you not. I kid you not. If I didn't have ties here, if I didn't have ties in Ireland and I was able to get myself a visa to go over to the States, I probably would have moved to Indiana. Have you seen your billboard that's going up on the JW? I haven't seen it, but I've heard about it. Anytime you get on the JW in Indianapolis, that's a big deal. Aren't going to get credit for what they did to bring All-Star here. So, trying to make it the best All-Star the WNBA's ever had. I know we'll certainly do that. But also, it is certainly a cool honor. For sure. Have you seen your billboard that's going up on the JW? I haven't seen it, but I've heard about it. It's pretty solid. Anytime you get on the JW in Indianapolis, that's a big deal. At the Fever game they played against the Lynx on Sunday, she walks into the arena and everybody loses their minds. Caitlin Clark, ever the gracious superstar, walks around and signs as many autographs as she can. She could wear them right now and people would flock in and be like, "Oh, those are the new Caitlin Clarks. Those are the Caitlin Clark ones." The Fever game they played against the Lynx on Sunday, and she walks into the arena, everybody loses their minds. Caitlin Clark, ever the gracious superstar, walks around and signs as many autographs as she can, right? It's so often that in the NBA, when somebody is injured, they just don't travel with the team and they're not interacting with the fans. Caitlin Clark seems to, and everybody in the W. They got the entire outside of Gamebridge completely Caitlin Clark themed. Not only just that, every fan shows up tonight get a Caitlin Clark t-shirt. I mean, I cannot make this up, but hell, I didn't think they was going to do nothing. Oh, did they do something? They got the entire outside of Gamebridge completely Caitlin Clark themed. Not only just that, every fan shows up tonight get a Caitlin Clark t-shirt. I mean, guys, I cannot make this up. Caitlin Clark is simply the talk of the internet today. Her and Taylor Swift broke the damn internet. Yes, bro. And for all the people that was hitting me up about Kayla Clark's signature logo, somebody said it looked like Chanel. I said it looked like Gucci. But whatever. It is. Candace Parker jersey retirement night gave everybody t-shirts, players, and staff alike. But Caitlin Clark's launch was different. Nike and Fever went even bigger, making her brand the center of attention, with every fan walking out wearing her logo. And the Chicago Sky organization showing their appreciation, showing their love for Candace Parker. You know what they said August 25th, 2025 was? Candace Parker jersey retirement night. And to show their appreciation, they gave everybody t-shirts, players, staff alike, warm-up shirts that have the Candace Parker's picture, another picture, her holding the championship, and the number 3. Oh, what a nice sentiment by the Chicago Sky. What a nice sentiment. Caitlin Clark said in the press release, "To me, this is more than just a logo. It's a dream come true." She explained how people always talk about leaving their mark on the game, and this is her way of doing that. For Caitlin, the Nike shoe and logo are not just business moves, they're personal milestones. Here's what Caitlin had to say in the press release and the hype. "To me, this is more than just a logo. It's a dream come true. People always talk about leaving your mark on the game, and this is another way I can do that. That Nike shoe is going to sell. If you had Nike stock and you were worried about it, this is the event to alleviate some of that stress. This is the moment to rejoice." And there you have it. Caitlin Clark fans and everybody who's been sitting on pins and needles about all this, it is finally on the way. The official statement also highlighted that the 2 interwoven C's reflect Caitlin's connection with fans across the globe. A smaller hidden C in the design represents how her game was built from the inside out. Caitlin herself repeated, "To me, this is more than a logo. It's a dream come true," showing how meaningful this moment is for her. As I already mentioned, the statement says that the 2 interwoven C's reflect Caitlin's connection with the fans around the globe. And the smaller hidden C represents how Caitlin's game was built from the inside out. And a quote from Caitlin says, "To me, this is more than a logo. It's a dream come true." Nike's move signals that it's time to move away from the Kobe Bryant shoe era and bring in the CC shoe. The new brand will carry throughout the United States and around the world, resonating with women's basketball players everywhere. From China to Italy to Germany, Caitlin Clark's CC logo is being positioned as a unifying symbol for the sport. Nike can make the major investment. The time has come to move away from the Kobe Bryant shoe, and it's time to have the CC shoe. This will carry on throughout all of the United States and all of the women's basketball players, whether they're in China, Italy, Germany, it doesn't matter. The love of the CC brand will resonate throughout multiple countries. Even as a fan spoke in Indonesia, 330 million people, they love Caitlin Clark. Even though fans won't have full access to all the Nike products with Caitlin's new logo until next year, the lucky ones attending the game got free logo TI shirts to celebrate the launch. This small glimpse only fueled the anticipation, with supporters already preparing to grab her signature shoe as soon as it hits the market. The logo collection launches October 1st, with one shirt coming out September 1st. Fans out here for the game have been stopping to admire this mural and all the activities going on. They tell me they're already saving up for the drop and are still excited for the remainder of this season. Even though Clark is still out due to an injury, along with several other Fever players. One fan posted, "Nike better plaster Caitlin Clark's logo across America and across the world. They nailed it on the design and stuck the landing on the rollout." From banners in arenas to t-shirts in stores, people are already demanding that Nike make Caitlin's logo a centerpiece of their marketing everywhere. So, somebody posted this Caitlin for 3 right here. Nike better plaster Caitlin Clark's logo across America and across the world. They nailed it on the design. Stick the landing on the rollout and the merchandise, the basketball, and the ball going through the hoop. Yeah, I like it. I like it. The more I look at it, the more I like it. Obviously, people are going to be annoyed. Other people aren't going to care. And some are going to find a way to complain no matter what. But I think the Fever have done a decent job with this. It's the most they really hyped up anything Caitlin Clark related. Other people aren't going to care, and some people are going to find a way to complain no matter what. But I think the Fever have done a decent job with this. It's the most they've really hyped up anything Caitlin Clark related. And if Fever did nothing for Caitlin Clark's logo, would I have cared? I wouldn't have been a W, wouldn't have been particularly happy. It would have been like, oh, this is a little bit, it's a little bit weird not promoting Kay and Clark. But like, it's a huge opportunity for us. They have a great crowd, great environment, a team that's very experienced with one another. It's really a chance to see what we're made of and just go out there and play our game. How important do you feel like this game is Tuesday, given the fact that this team needs to experience big-time wins together for the first time? Yeah, it's a huge opportunity for us. You know, we're going to go in there and they have a great crowd, great environment, a team that's very experienced with one another, have been in the finals, have been in big situations, won the Commissioner Cup last year. So I think it's a really great opportunity for us to go in there and, you know, see what we're made of, have a little pressure, but also like just go out there and play our game. It is a good strategy. Drop a Wilson's shoes to start the season, and then towards the end we come out with the Caitlin Clark stuff. That way, both of them, the Wilsons and the Clarks, can exist simultaneously, and Nike makes money off both. Good strategy, fair strategy. Where it's, okay, we'll drop Asia to start the season, and we'll do that to start the season, and then towards the end we'll come out with the Caitlin Clark stuff. And not just towards the end of the W season, but we talked about it. I can't remember if it was on air or off air, but the popularity of Sabrina's shoe in the NBA. Everybody wanted to give Nike a bad rap, even me at times. But I see the vision now. This Caitlin Clark style is a luxury sporting brand. It took them time to develop it, to get it just right. So, everybody wanted to give Nike a bad rap, a bad name. Even me at times, you know what I'm saying? I was going at Nike real hard. I didn't know what Nike game plan was with Kane. I see the vision. You know what I'm saying? And if you guys can't see the vision, I'ma break it down to you. See this Caitlin Clark style here? This is a luxury brand, bro. But before we get into that, let's talk about Angel Ree. Yet another one-sided beef, this time with Candace Parker. Angel Ree throwing shade shows just how much rivalry and drama is swirling around these WNBA stars as Nike pushes Clark's brand. Angel Ree. And yet another one-sided beef, this time with Candace. Last time, Candace Parker donned a Chicago Sky uniform. She brought a championship. Who cares if only 1,262 people showed up? Who cares? Candace Parker, a legend of the game, delivered when it mattered the most. Nike also rolled out the slogan, "Her logo is good from anywhere," tying it perfectly to Caitlin's long-range shooting ability. Fans quickly embraced the phrase, saying it matches her style of play and adds strength to the branding. It's a simple yet powerful slogan that makes the logo even more recognizable. And I also like the sort of little slogan that they threw out there. I don't know if everybody saw that. Her logo is good from anywhere. That's hard. I guess the playmaking that Caitlin Clark has doesn't work as well. Sell a slogan like that. You know, the logo thing really hammers it home. Here's what Caitlin had to say in the press release and the hype. To me, this is more than just a logo. It's a dream come true. People always talk about leaving your mark on the game, and this is another way I can do that. The unveiling of the CC brand has been called even bigger than the Jordan or LeBron logos because it represents a new era in women's sports. Nike is making a massive investment, positioning Caitlin Clark as the global face of basketball. This launch doesn't just honor her talent, it's reshaping the future of the WNBA. The unveiling of the logo is bigger than Michael Jordan and the Jordan brand. It's bigger than LeBron James and the LB brand. This is a huge event because here's what it signifies. It signifies the growth in women's sports and how Nike can make the major investment. This will carry on throughout all of the United States and all of the women's basketball players, whether they're in China. Nike confirmed a full line of signature apparel will release October 1st, while Caitlin's first signature shoe is set for 2026. Some say the logo looks plain or like a Gucci knockoff, but others believe it will shine once placed on shoes and products. Either way, anticipation is building for the official merchandise drop. But a full line of signature apparel will be released on October 1st, and the shoe is set to release next year in 2026. Some people think it's very clean and sharp, and a lot of people are critiquing it, saying it kind of looks like a Gucci ripoff or like a Coco Chanel ripoff and that it's lifeless and boring. Fans at the launch event expressed how long they had been waiting for this moment, calling it definitely about time. They spoke about all the challenges Caitlyn has faced, saying she truly deserves this recognition. For many supporters, the new logo and shoe are symbols of her journey and resilience. I mean, it's actually a pretty cool logo. It's nice and clean, and it's something that you will recognize. I think so. I mean, it is definitely about time. I know there's all the controversy of the past and whatnot that she's come through, but again, I mean, she draws, a crowd. We're here, from Orlando, so all the way from Florida. It feels like Nike is leaving a lot of money on the table by not getting a Caitlyn Clark shoe out there earlier. Her fans would go buy that shoe instantly. This logo is iconic. Look at it. This is like when the Jordan logo was released. That's how big this is. Caitlyn Clark's CC logo merchandise coming as soon as October 1st. So, we'll see. Tell me what you think of CC's new logo. Can a brother get some sneakers, some signature shoe action? And there you have it. Man, it feels like Nike's leaving a lot of money on the table by not getting a Caitlyn Clark shoe out there over the last 2 years. I mean, this logo is iconic, guys. Look at this is like when Jordan logo was released, bro. That's how iconic this logo is. Caitlyn Clark's signature CC logo merchandise coming as soon as October 1st. Caitlyn Clark fans who've been sitting on pins and needles, it is finally on the way. The logo has been revealed. Soon enough, we'll get the shoe. There will only be one Caitlyn Clark, the global women's basketball icon, but also the face of global women's sports. Caitlyn Clark's shoe and logo have shaken the WNBA world, and A.A. Wilson's reaction proves it's bigger than basketball. Don't miss the next update. Like, subscribe and share to stay tuned.